know. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the hurdle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, no that's a gang gang. Crazy girls acting.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wilson to throw right away. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
To throw is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Wilson. Williams brings it in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Malone Nichols in there to take him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Wilson. Touchdown! Tim Patrick, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas.
Well, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This take it in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, 7:34.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
93.
Looking to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 57 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Kill. 29.
Here's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Tyrone Johnson,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The slot man in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okurebunom.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And here's a quick throw to Handler on the edge. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Card out a throw.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Raiders at 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
His first carry in their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again.
Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Carr, throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it. Not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14.
Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Carr to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Taking it about the 1. Offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Carr now on first down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Up the middle, it's Williams. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdowns. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this would stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. They're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 27, Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, it's Carr. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pick? Working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down, Denver.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That's caught left side by Judy. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
35. Raiders 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. Second and 7 from the 20. Now Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
His throw incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Broncos on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Past the 20. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Escaping the pressure right. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. Nice job there after the setback, 11 yards, and now it's 2nd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Las Vegas.
From midfield, here's Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And this is going to be another first down as he'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Running right through him. And some room to work. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, Wilson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Carr.
And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Carr to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. What a spin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Williams running left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Williams will try again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory. Or
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but...
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take off for the meal, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off the section, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care.
At my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's fine as her and her friends. Big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the... Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know.